I mean, they got hit after hit, you know, and
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's just really interesting to me because my show is like half of this California reggae rock type thing and half all old school hip hop. So it was really interesting to see that you guys, you came out and you played for, the Far Side, which is probably one of my favorite bands out there, And
yeah.
I just thought that was totally cool that you guys were able to do that, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. We actually had the opportunity to open up for Talib Kweli one time, and I don't know if you know Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Oh, yeah, sure, man.
From the Hieroglyphics.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's cool. Yeah, we all listen to all sorts of different kinds of music, too. A lot of us like hip-hop and rap and rock, hardcore, roots reggae, blues, jazz, everything, so...
Yeah, so based off of that, I mean, your music, it's not, it's mostly reggae, I guess you could say, but it's not really one thing. What kind of word would you call the genre that you're playing in?
Yeah, it's really hard to find like a specific genre that we classify our music as. So, yeah, definitely the foundation is reggae, and we like to just, mix in a lot of different styles. If someone came up with hip rock reggae or something like that. And I don't know, we never really found a name for it. The reason why we came up with California reggae is because we felt California was like this big melting pot. There's so much diversity out in California. And we felt like our music was kind of diverse too. We were adding all these elements in from different genres of music. So that's kind of the word California reggae came about.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, yourself, how would you describe, I mean, besides just reggae, what kind of other influence would I hear, or someone who hasn't heard your music before, what other kind of influence or genres would you hear in a Rebelution song?
Yeah, well, it's funny because, really everything. Personally, I grew up listening to a lot of world music. I come from a Persian background, and my dad was an Israeli folk dance teacher. My mom was always into dance, and so I would hear a lot of like Middle Eastern music growing up. I'd hear a lot of, African music too. My mom was really into Haitian dancing, and so, as far as that, as far as like my vocal style, I definitely take from a lot of the Middle Eastern melodies and stuff, and I take pride in that. I really love all the music that comes from the Middle East. And then, as far as like the other half is sort of, I'd say like a little more like kind of rapping style, and I take that from a lot of the modern dance hall that's coming out of Jamaica. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of everything. I like to mix it up, and I think actually on the future album, you're going to see a lot of different songs, and we just wrote a new song called Out of Control, and it's kind of got a little more jazzy, a little more like pop flavor. So, we'll see. As long as we're still a band, we're just going to come out, with innovative stuff. At least we hope so.
Right, totally. And it seems like when I listen to your music, it's very, I don't know how to describe it. It's very methodical, I guess. I don't know. You kind of hear like on Attention Span, that opening guitar right there. It just like, it's so piercing, And like the music, it just like it flows like perfectly. You can kind of like almost see it. Did you guys try to get that kind of effect, or is that just how it just turns out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm stoked that you feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me at least, it's trying to like find a really catchy melody that people can associate with. So, like Attention Span, for instance, when I was writing it, I was like, what guitarist can I do that is signature and people can recognize, like really fast. So that's kind of what I was thinking, and a lot of the times it's good to be poppy and catchy, because I think part of the goal is to make a melody that people can relate to and that people get stuck in people's heads. So that's kind of what I'm going for sometimes.
I know personally, last year I was playing it, and one of my roommate heard me playing it. He's like, man, I can't get that song out of my head that you were playing. I was like, what song? He's like, Attention Span. I'm like, yeah, that one, yeah. Totally gets you your brain, man. Good work there.
Right on, man.
What was I about to say? So do you guys you guys have any idea if you have a new album coming out or any new music coming out we get our hands on?
Well, as soon as we're done with this tour, we're going to go back home and we're going to start recording for our next album. And right now we have about 9 songs done. We'll probably do most of the album. We'll probably record most of the album when we get home. We might do another tour in between recording the rest of the album. We might come back out here on the East Coast in
Definitely
January.
should.
February.
Definitely should.
Yeah, yeah, totally. So, yeah, I mean, it's tough because a lot of our fans want new material, and what we always tell them is just keep on coming out to the shows because we always give new material when we play live. So
that's totally good. So, have you guys tried any collaborations with any of the bands you've been playing with lately?
Yeah, it's funny you asked. Last night we did a lot of collaboration on stage for the first time, and I can't really give away too much right now, but it's gonna be fun, man.
Dude, I can't even imagine. I mean, if it's either OPM or Expendables, that's just gonna be nasty, just in essence, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And I got a question: are you guys signed to a label, or is it just Rebelution music coming out there?
Yeah, right now we don't have a label. We've done everything ourselves, and we recently signed a management company called Silverback.
Right.
And Expendables are also under Silverback, as well as Pepper and Slightly Stupid and Sublime, actually.
Right.
So it's cool. It's really good to be linked up with those guys. They really have a good grasp on kind of the reggae scene and kind of what we're doing. So.
All right, so do you guys think you can ever make it big time?
Yeah, I mean, as far as we're concerned, like, we're not trying to make it to the top. It's not like our ultimate goal or anything. Right now, we're just trying to make, good music and just relate to our fans. And, if it spreads like it's doing, then, that's fantastic. Because, I think there's a lot of really, terrible music out there right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that we sort of bring kind of a more positive message, and I think it's really good. I think a lot of people need encouragement and motivation to do certain things in their lives, and that's part of what Courage to Grow, that whole concept. And I think the next concept, or the next album, will be more encouragement and just motivating people to kind of do what they're best at, and stay happy, and that's our goal. And if we make it to the top, then I think it's best for everybody.
Yeah, totally, man. So nice there. It's almost refreshing to hear that it's coming out of an artist's mouth that's saying that, we want people to get more out of the music than having a good time, It's definitely cool.
I mean, it's fun for us to play and to record, and I mean, I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't a musician, but I mean, like, a lot of this is for the fans. Like, if we're in a position to be on stage and portraying a message, like, we don't really have a choice. Like, we have to be positive role models, and that's what disappoints me about a lot of the artists right now, is they're not positive role models. And, that's important. Like, if you're in a position and you're speaking to the world, like, you have a job. You have, that's your role, whether you like it or not,
Yeah, totally agree. All right, totally off subject. Man, I just want to say you got a really booming voice. I mean, on some of the tracks, like, I don't know, you just go for it for, like, 20, 30 seconds at a time. Is that something that you've been trained to do, or is that just all the skills right there, natural skills?
I took maybe like 2 vocal classes in college, but I don't know. I guess I started singing with my own style, so I have to say I just sort of learned myself, and I'm still kind of learning, but yeah, man. I mean, what you're hearing is 100% original Rebelution style, both the instruments and vocals. So.
All right, cool. So I think that's all I have. Just let me give a shout out. October 11th at 8 p.m. in Harper's Ferry in Allston, Mass., which is basically in Boston. We got Rebelution Expendables, and then October 12th, 6 p.m., Hartford, Connecticut at Webster Underground. Be there, be square. Rebelutions, they're collaborating. It's going to be baller, right?
Hell yeah, man. Everyone should come out.
Man, you're really putting me on the edge with this. Like, I was kind of thinking of only going to one of those shows, but, I mean, if you're going to kill it with OPM and Expendables, I mean, you just can't say no to that. You just can't.
All right.
Do you have anything else to say you want to put out there, man?
I just want to, to anybody that's listening, I just want to, thank you for all the support. And if you haven't heard the band, you can check out our music at www.myspace.com/rebelutionmusic. And, we hope you guys like the style, and I'll see you guys there.